Welcome to the Nightcap. It's your girl, Carolina Sanchez. Are you ready for part 2? Woo! Last time we had these guests over, we were talking about communication. We were supposed to talk about how to communicate while dating, and instead we just talked about communication in adulthood. So I really want to dive deep into how you communicate on the first date when you realize they ain't the one, and all the other communication that has to happen in between. But first, I need a drink in my hand, and I've got Daniela Young from Tito's here.
Hi there.
Hey,
nice
girl.
to be here.
Yes, I'm excited. You got some nice looking cocktails for us.
And this one is called the Nightcap.
You better stop.
We had to.
Come
we had
on,
to.
the Nightcap. Yes.
So we have Tito's handmade vodka, walnut liqueur. Walnut liqueur.
Okay.
It's delicious. It's got a nice sweet spice to it. You'll love it.
Perfect.
And we end with a gourmet cocktail cherry and a little bit of the juice, just as the finishing touch.
The cherry on top.
The
if you
cherry
will.
on top.
You're gonna have to show me how to make this later.
Oh, absolutely.
And we gotta talk about spirit in a bottle.
Can't wait.
All right, perfect. Well, I got my guests ready to discuss all the things that singles going through and the communication they gotta do. So let's get into it.
Yeah, what's up for a nightcap? Chill, you know, kick back.
All right, let's dive into the communication with my friends. We've got Holly Cotton back in the building. Hey, baby.
Hi.
Are you still
Hi.
single?
I am, yes.
Okay. Sitting next to you, we got Phil Simmons, and let me make a public apology to Phil. It's Phil with one L.
There you go. There you
I
go.
heard the podcast where you were talking down on the Nightcap, but you've had some DMs.
Yeah, a lot of DMs.
Yeah, so are you still single, or
Yeah,
did you
yeah, I'm
entertain
single.
some of
I'm
these
single.
DMs?
I'm single.
You're single? Okay. And here to help us is our favorite sex and relationship therapist, Dr. Viviana Coles.
Oh, yeah.
Cheers. Not single.
Not single, not single. All right, so what I want to dive into and how we pitched this show to begin with was communicating on that very first date. Like, how much of yourself do you share? How much do you ask? Like, do you get straight to the point and say, listen, I want to get married, have 3 kids, and if you're with it, you're with it. If you're not, bye.
How deep do you get
How
on the
deep
first
do you
date
get on the
outside
first-
of the bedroom?
Well, for me,
Come on, Holly.
okay, so I think it's important for you to decide if you're intentionally dating or if you're just dating to have fun. And I think if you are intentionally dating, then yes, those questions would be important. However,
On the first date.
on the first date, I think because if I'm sitting here and I'm like, listen, I've been in all of these terrible relationships, or I'm trying, I want to get married, I want to have kids, whatever it is, then yes, I do think those are important questions to ask. I don't think you need to go and like to, hey, what's your white blood cell count or whatever. Like, I don't think we need to go that. Yes.
But I have a question for you about that,
Yes.
because if you're dating just for fun, isn't that friendship and we should not call it dating?
No, because I
that.
think
I
it's
like
still
that.
dating.
Why would it be dating
Because
if
friendship
it's not?
means you're not paying for my date. Dating means you are paying for my date. Like, so if I say that we're having a friendship,
I'm sorry, I'm gonna have
dinner.
to rope Phil into this
Okay,
one.
go ahead, Phil.
Skip over my question and
Yeah.
address this. Do you date just for fun and are okay with paying?
Yeah. You as a man, you're okay with paying. I think. I mean, I am.
But knowing very
Dating
clear
for
that it's not
fun,
gonna go further than this date.
Yeah, like me. Okay, so getting back to the original question, I'm very upfront. A lot of men lie. They don't tell the whole truth, so to speak. I'm very upfront, but I learned through experience. Cause I used to lie. If it's a first date, I let them know off the top, like, I'm not really looking for anything serious. We
So
can
you're
be
dating
friends.
for fun, just like Holly was talking about earlier.
Yeah, like.
But
it's
does that mean that you're dating just to have sex, or are you dating just for fun? Because if there isn't sex involved, then that's just friendship, right?
Well, I mean,
again,
sex happens. I'm
intentional.
not
What's
gonna
your
lie to
goal?
you.
That's why I said in the beginning, you need to figure out what it is that you're looking for. Are you looking for a good time? Are you looking for sex? Are you looking for a relationship? So I think once you say what it is that you're looking for, then that helps.
Would you pay for the man's date?
No, never.
Never.
Now, if we're in a relationship at some point in time, I have no problem. But at the beginning, when we're just dating, no, I'm not paying
But
for
if
it.
he's not trying to court you,
I'm not.
But if he's not trying to court you,
But
for
he
something,
is, because his goal is intentionally dating, because his goal is intentionally, what is he seeking out for me? And it's probably going to be something sexual at some point. So you're gonna have to invest in that. I'm sorry, I'm old school. I know.
So you got to pay to play? Is that what I'm
They-
hearing? That
yes.
almost sounds a little like.
I don't care if it's prostitution or not. I am not going to Cheesecake Factory and I'm paying for my own meal. I'm just not doing it.
All right, Phil, what are your thoughts? You sound
Yes.
really offended
Yes.
by what
Yeah,
Holly's
yeah,
saying.
yeah. Okay, so Holly, if you're telling
No,
them-
Carolina,
No,
not
no,
Holly.
no, you. So if you're telling a man that you just want to have fun, like Dr. V said, there's no, that's not really dating. You're just looking to have fun. So if you're really looking to have fun, why can't you maybe on a second, third, fourth date say, you know what, I'll pay for this meal?
Because I'm not.
Okay.
I'm just not.
I see you working,
Yes,
Doc.
go
I see
ahead,
you
go
working.
ahead, go ahead, Dr.
So
V.
one of the reasons that it's so important to understand your why versus just I'm not going to, this is not what I do. Part of my process is to not do this, is that it ends up being one of those things where now there's a power differential. And when you start off any first date with a power differential, which is why like bosses shouldn't date their, then things are already off to a shaky start. Not a bad start, but a shaky start. When you say, you're paying for me, you might be saying, well, I have the upper hand because I made this demand and you're gonna
Fulfill it.
Yeah, you're gonna fulfill it. But they might be thinking, oh, because I'm paying, you now owe me.
Yep.
And that's why I think it's important to know, like, are you okay with that? What if they feel like that? Are you okay with them thinking that now you owe them something? And how will you deal with that?
I'm totally fine. You can think whatever you want to think.
So you feel like it's mistreatment if they don't pay for you? Because what if he's like, I know my worth and I know that it'd be nice for it to be
He
true.
asked me
Not
out.
Phil, just.
He asked me out on a date, so I'm not paying. Whoever asked
Okay, no,
the date.
hold that thought, Phil. I want you to process and develop a good response, all right? You at home, sit tight. This is getting juicy, baby. Fan off, Phil. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Nightcap. We've been having quite some fun with my friends Holly, Phil, and Dr. Viviana Coles. We've been discussing communication while dating. And Holly's got a wide spectrum of dating that we found. And Phil has been shaking his head. Phil, I know you want to get something off your chest.
I want to just bring Holly to the 2020s, man. Now, the man wants to feel like he's important as well. Is he important just because he's taking you out? No, he wants to feel important too. So what if you just say, hey, Phil, let me take you to get some ice cream? That's cool. Like, we don't have to go to a 5-star restaurant or nothing like that, but just show me some type of
Courtesy.
yeah, some type of courtesy, some type of,
Reciprocity.
because like, what if he's a respectful man? He just doesn't want sex from you. You see what I'm saying? So now what is he paying for? Your time? What about his time?
So let me just say this, because this is, I'm going to tell you, this is a key to if you are dating and you are single. So when you go out on that first date, you listen to this right here. And now I know that's what he needs. So now me will make him fall in love with me because now I will take him for ice cream. Or now I'll hear what he said that he needs. Now I can identify what he needs. So that's how it,
That's if you're interested.
yes,
right?
if
in
I'm
taking
interested,
it further into a
exactly.
relationship.
So when I go out and I'm talking to a man, I listen, because they're going to tell you on that first date why they broke up with the last person, what they didn't do, what they didn't receive. So now this is my opportunity to say, okay, so she didn't listen to you, she didn't give you accolades, she didn't make you feel sexy, she didn't do this. Now I can say, all right, well, you know what? It's not that I'm being fake, it's just I identified that's what you need, so I'm going to give you a little bit more of that. So for Phil, if I was dating Phil, we went out on that first date, he's traumatized. He never had a woman take him out for ice cream or coffee. You know what? Babe, meet me at Starbucks. I have a surprise for you today. Guess what? He's going to be smiling ear to ear because I identified that.
He already is.
So that's a key for whoever's dating.
Active listening.
There you go.
Even when it comes to that
Yes.
first date, especially.
So anyone that wants to date Phil, no, that's how you.
Yeah,
He
just be
needs some ice
honest. As a man, just be honest. I think the ladies respect you being honest and upfront, so they can know how to play it. Because some women may just go along with it if you just upfront and say, "Hey, look, I'm not looking for anything too specific. I'm not trying to be in a relationship, you give them the option to say, yeah, okay, I'm gonna go along with this, or no. And it's just
Okay,
as simple as
let's
that.
build a different scenario for communication. You guys are each seeing somebody that you're actually very much interested in.
Okay.
You're not putting all your eggs in that basket. You've got a roster, but you're very interested in seeing the potential of this relationship. What is the communication there?
I think I would suggest that you do share, I'm dating. Like I'm dating, and when I'm dating non-exclusively. Assume that that means that there's at least one other person that I might be interested in. And then you can tell them, but when I'm not interested in somebody, I don't go out on dates with them.
So that's what you should do. Phil,
That's
you
what
were
you
about
should
to
do.
volunteer some
Yes.
info.
Yeah, so just going
I'm
off
letting
of
him
what
go first
Dr.
this
V
time.
said, just going off of what she said, men, we're scared. Sometimes we're scared that we'll lose that person if we're honest.
So you gonna lie and say you
So,
don't?
so no,
anymore.
I'm just speaking for men.
Oh,
we
in
will
general.
Be, yeah. So
What did
me,
we talk about last time? Don't generalize, Phil.
why not? I gotta be honest, so the ladies will know.
He's trying to put us on
Sometimes-
game, he says.
Yeah, that's,
Okay.
I gotta give you some. Yeah. So sometimes a man will lie because he doesn't want to miss the opportunity to. You know, he might miss out on you if he says, "Well, I'm seeing another woman." If he's honest, some women don't even like competition because that's really what it is. A man, if you tell a man that you're saying, I'm dating, a man, he gonna go for it. He's still gonna go for it because
And you're under the impression that a woman wouldn't go for it. All right, Holly, as a woman.
Okay,
chime
so
in.
let me tell you how I handle that situation. So I never say, and I don't recommend that you say that because of, like he said, the negative connotation that comes with it.
Yeah.
But I do think in conversation I might talk about someone else, and so that's how I do it, so that they know that I'm not just exclusively dating them.
But what about if you're sleeping with someone else and they want to know if you're going to sleep with? I mean, guys, we deserve to be able to consent to sexual partners and monogamy or non-monogamy, but just to know. I don't know. I feel like this gets into like a
We gotta
health
talk about
question.
sex. All right, listen, you stay right there because we're gonna talk about the sex coming up next. Welcome back to the Nightcap. We've been having a blast with my friends on the couch talking communication in the dating world, and I'm just still a little murky on this whole
Yes.
dating, right, Dr. V? I feel like Phil and Holly are taking us for a loop here.
Yes. Well, since we're talking about communication, I'm always telling people, if you don't know what your partner or the person you're talking to is really saying, just ask, okay, when y'all say, just having a good time, nothing serious, just friendly, are y'all having sex with these people?
You can. I mean, you can. I mean, that's the end goal for everything. I mean, pretty much.
Okay.
I mean, if we being honest, for
We
a
grown,
man,
we
for
grown,
sure.
we're grown,
yeah,
we're grown. It's grown folks
So it's
conversation.
yes?
So
the answer is yes for both
not,
of you.
No, not for me. So
okay.
for me, I feel like, so here's how I like to have one person that I date, and that would be the person that I may be or not be, that I would be sexual with, and then other people, if I'm dating, that are just friendly, they wouldn't. I'm not.
So
sleeping
just
with
friendly
them.
is they're paying for your food.
Yes, and and they're getting my conversation. We're having a great time.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
you're absorbing my energy.
So I'm just making sure that it's not just you're calling Paul because you're going to get a free
No,
meal on Thursday.
oh God,
you actually
no.
enjoy the
Yes,
conversation
and
with
I
Paul.
I don't go out with people on a date that I'm not actually, that I don't have a connection to or chemistry with.
Phil, why are your
Because
nostrils
he
flaring?
doesn't want to pay for a date.
No, that's not true. I was raised around a lot of players.
Oh.
Holly, you're a pimp.
I am not, Theo. Do not say that on
Holly
TV.
is big pimping. I mean, listen, man, this is.
Make sure that doesn't make it to the nightcap promo reel.
So sorry, it is.
But listen, you're saying that, okay, so getting back to the sex part, right? If you meet someone, you're interested in them, you guys are having a good time, of course sex will come into play, because when you go out with someone, you're having a good time, there's some type of energy, some type of sexual attraction there, and we're grown, right?
Okay, so hold on. back to Dr. V's point.
Okay.
If you are having sex with Amy,
Yeah.
and you're also dating Michelle and Susie, are you telling Michelle and Susie that you're having sex with other women?
Oh God,
Me?
you better not.
Me?
What?
Me, I would tell. Me,
She's
I-
mortified.
Yeah,
Okay.
me, I would tell. But that's me now, grown up, experiencing what lying does.
And
Yeah.
the deception, you know that there are groups online that talk about, are you
But
dating
I'm
this
not
person? Are you dating
obligated
them?
to be honest to you, and we're friendly dating.
Okay, so with
You're
but if
thinking
they flat out
relationship
ask-
monogamous.
You're saying unless we're in bed and about to have sex, I don't need to tell them or disclose that I'm having sex with someone else.
Even then, I don't have to.
Yeah, don't
I
tell
don't
me
owe
right
you.
before we about to
Right, I
do
don't
it.
owe you. I don't
know
owe
about
you
that.
anything. We're not monogamous. We're dating. We're friendly dating. We already
But we're talking
established.
about health.
We're using a condom.
That's not always the only thing you
Okay, well, I'm
need.
just saying.
I don't know. I don't like things that start off on deception because then inevitably it comes out.
But
y'all.
it's not
I
deception.
mean, I will
it's
tell you,
just
I
not
say about
giving the. It's just not. We're about to have sex, and I'm like, hey, FYI, I'm sleeping with Paul also.
Right before we have
Who's
sex.
doing that? Be realistic.
Okay, so how do you
Yes,
communicate that?
thank you.
Okay,
Yeah,
let's
give
get
us
that.
Yeah, because we're not doing it that way.
first, I
I
guess.
feel like Phil is.
Yeah, I'm
So
telling
I
you.
think if they don't ask, the problem is that, and I see this all the time because I'm a therapist, or the Houston Relationship Therapy, we talk about these things. If they don't ask, it's either they're assuming that you're not, or they're assuming that you are. But the problem is that is a piece of communication, a piece of intel, a piece of information that could make the difference. Now, I think you should be asking. I think you should be asking, hey, what's going on here? Are you dating other people? Do you? 'Cause you might use a condom. He may not have used a condom with the last people, and that just doesn't. I mean,
But if he
what if you're
asked
doing
the
oral
question,
stuff
that's
or
the-
anal
that's the
stuff without a
thing.
condom?
Okay, so
Yes.
let's say he does ask, Holly.
Yes,
Like,
that's-
okay,
yes.
so are you sleeping with anyone else?
Then I would have to be honest because
Oh,
he
you will
asked the
say
question.
yes.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
But I think you have to have realistic expectations. If we're not monogamous, if we're not in a relationship, I can't expect the same loyalty you would give me as my husband or boyfriend or partner.
That's true. A long-term actual commitment versus people who are just out here dating.
Yes. I would say make the assumption that they are dating other people,
Gotcha.
that they are possibly sleeping with other people, and make decisions based off of that.
It's all risk.
Everybody's out here spotting.
I mean, I feel like we need a part 3, part 4. All right. Listen, Holly, Phil, Dr. V, cheers. We gonna get back into this therapy session coming up. All right, coming up next, I'm heading behind the bar because Daniela's got to show me how to make the nightcap on the nightcap. It's delicious. All right, you stay right there. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the nightcap. I'm behind the bar now because listen, I just had a nightcap made by my girl Daniela Young, who is here to do what? Back that glass up. All right, you're here representing Tito's handmade vodka, and baby, I've never had walnut liqueur, and you changed my life.
I'm so glad to hear it. It is one of my absolute favorite cocktails in our new cocktail book, Spirit in a Bottle, Tales and Drinks from Tito's Handmade Vodka.
Oh.
And it is delicious, requires no ice. It's the perfect after dinner sipper, and we should make one up.
Hell yeah, let's do it. All right, what are we working with?
So we have, of course, Tito's Handmade
Tito's
Vodka. Couldn't do it without
Texas,
it.
baby,
And we'll
Texas.
crack this copper cap open. And then we have, as you said, walnut liqueur and a gourmet cocktail cherry, just to add a cherry on top.
All right, I just want to communicate to you, because we talk about communication. See what I did there? That I absolutely love how easy that is, because it's 3 ingredients.
Yep.
No ice, baby. What are you talking about? And you wrote this?
With a lot of help from our team members. It was a very collaborative effort from all of Tito's, and we're just really happy that we're finally able to get it out to the hands of our fans.
Hell yeah. All right, let's shake it up.
So we're going to start with 2 ounces of Tito's.
And this is 2 ounces per, so you're going to do 4.
So I'll do 4. We're going to grab our walnut liqueur. And the walnut liqueur has a natural sweetness to it. It's a little spiced, a little cloves. And so, like I said, we've got no ice in this shaker. However, we are still gonna shake it up because we like to marry the flavors a little bit, get them nice and, combined before we add it to our glass.
Perfect. It's my favorite thing to do is shake, so I'm
There
going
you
to do it
go,
for
you shake it. And we're gonna strain it into our glasses.
A beautiful coupe. Mm-hmm. Oh, look at them, these thirsty people already ready.
We have our cocktail cherries, and not only is it just the perfect cherry on top of the drink, but it adds a nice, rich flavor to the cocktail.
And color.
And then I like to just give it a little stir, just
Oh,
so
yeah.
everything nicely combines.
And bada bing, bada boom.
And
All
there
right,
you have
so
it.
Daniela, where can we get this book?
You can buy Spirit in a Bottle, Tales and Drinks from Tito's Handmade Vodka anywhere books are sold, and you can learn more at titosvodka.com/book.
I love it. All right, cheers, y'all. Cheers.
To the nightcap.
Cheers to the nightcap from Tito's. All right, cheers to you. Have a good night. Communicate, over communicate, and just let people know if you're sleeping with them, maybe, possibly, I don't know.